Welcome to another in our video series about cybersecurity. This time we're talking about passwords. My name is Gareth Thomas. Remember, this webinar provides limited general guidance and you should seek professional support for your organization. Would you lock up your stuff with a padlock like this? No, I didn't think so either, because I wouldn't. The reason is that this has only got one wheel of numbers. That means there's only 10 possible combinations, which means that the average human could try all of those combinations in maybe 10 seconds and get into your stuff. Well, to a computer system, this is exactly what a weak password looks like. A computer system can try every possible combination of a weak password and get access really, really quickly. There's only one thing worse than using a weak password, and that's using the same password on all of your different accounts. What happens is that a password will be compromised from a site. They will decrypt the password if it's a weak one, and then they will do what's called credential stuffing, where criminals will try your credentials in every possible site they can find, and they do this automatically using computer scripts. If they get access to things like PayPal, your bank account, Amazon, your email account, then they will buy illegal goods, they will steal things from you, they will sell your information and leave you in a bit of a mess. So we need to think really carefully about passwords because they're incredibly important. How long did you think it would take for a modern computer, one that you could have at home, to try every possible combination of a 6 lowercase letter password? The answer is only 47 milliseconds. That's less than the blink of an eye. So let's amp it up a little bit. Let's go for a password that's got 10 mixed case letters with numbers and characters in it. How long do you think it would take now? 2,740 years. You can see that just a tiny little difference in your password through mathematics has made it much, much more difficult for hackers to try and brute force your password. To create a really strong password, it's a good idea to pick 3 random words. If you combine them together and then maybe add some upper and lowercase letters and maybe even add some characters, you end up with a really strong password. But I find it easy to remember if I think about something that's happened in my life recently. Maybe thinking about the time when my children decided to do hand painting and then smear it all over the window so that I had to hose it down. Well, I could create a password, paint hands window hose. That's not something that people would know about. Those are random words put together and it creates a nice strong password that I can remember. So I've created some great passwords, like the one about my daughter when she put spaghetti on her head and it ended up all over the floor, or when the dog ate all of the cat's food. But even though I have a great memory, I start to struggle to remember all the passwords I've created after a while. And that's where password managers come in. They remember your passwords for you so that you can have a strong and unique password everywhere. They're either built into your device or your browser, or you can install them as a commercial app. In fact, the password manager can even suggest and create a password for you, and that way I can remember one strong password and let the password manager remember the rest. But of course, always use a strong, long and unique master password, and always lock or log out of your device when you leave it. Even with our very best efforts, it's possible that our passwords can get stolen, so it's a great idea to have an extra layer of security. Most sites, including email, social media, and shopping sites, now have a two-step system called two-factor authentication, or sometimes two-step verification. Whatever you call it, it works the same way. You still log in with your email address and password, but then the site will send you a message to your phone containing a one-time code. You enter that code into the site to gain access. And that means that even if your password is stolen, cyber criminals cannot access your accounts without your phone. If you're called by someone, never tell them your one-time codes or passwords, even if they say they're from Amazon or the bank or your email provider. If they were a legitimate company, they wouldn't need to ask you. It's especially important that you use a strong, unique password and two-factor on your email account. If your email account is illegally accessed by a hacker, it can be used to reset passwords anywhere. You can switch on two-factor on most systems, by going to the security section in the settings of the app or the site. The good news is that the government's National Cyber Security Centre has excellent, up-to-date advice and guidance for all sizes of organisation. So take a look at ncsc.gov.uk. If you'd like to read about the information in this video, take a look at the accompanying fact sheet. That's all for now. See you in the next video.